The second day of pre-season testing has wrapped up, and there seems to be an improvement at Mercedes, who managed to put down the third fastest lap of the session. The team was struggling previously, with George Russell only managing to take 12th place on the first day. Hamilton fared better during the second day and was always close to the fastest lap of the season and looked to be more in tune with the car. But from recent data, it appears Mercedes was intentionally not allowing Russell to push the car to its max for the first day of testing. This practice, called sandbagging, is used by many teams, especially during the testing sessions, and there are two main objectives. Firstly, the team aims to deceive others on the grid about where they lie in performance, allowing them to sneak up on others when the season starts. Secondly, the team may be attempting to learn more about the car's behavior and would not be ready to push it to its limit yet. It is not clear why Mercedes decided not to utilize the full potential of the car, mainly because Red Bull seemed to be telling Max to set the best time possible, as the Dutch driver was clear of everyone else by almost 1.5 seconds. But the dismal results from the Silver Arrows on day one led to many speculations surrounding the new car and whether it was really going to deliver on track when the season starts next week. Mercedes has hyped up their vehicle since they announced that the 2024 Challenger will not be based on previous concepts and will not share many parts with the W14. They also announced that, according to simulations, they appear to be in a better position than before. When the team showed their livery, including their signature paint, Wolff also stated that the team brought back colour to the car as it felt they could afford the added weight, increasing the hopes of fans worldwide. Performance was always at the forefront of our minds with the black livery last year, Wolff told the press. Weight is a crucial factor in this current generation of cars. We knew that once we were in a position to do so, we would bring back the Mercedes Silver to accompany the black that has become a pillar of our team identity. The livery truly reflects who we are as a team, with the distinctive colours of Ineos and Petronas providing important highlights. And then was the comprehensive list of upgrades the team brought to their car, which was no less than a miracle considering the cost cap all teams have to work around. They managed to develop an entirely new chassis and a new gearbox, along with improving their rear suspension setup, which is something not seen ever since the cost cap was implemented. The cockpit has been pushed further back, and the design of the side pods and engine cover is also newer. This year, the team's main aim was to make the car more predictable and to handle the nasty issue that plagued last year's Challenger, in which the car's rear used to go out of control, often forcing drivers to take corners at a slower pace. The new design looks to be more aerodynamic, according to simulator reports. Mercedes' technical director, James Allison, talked about what the team managed to do within the limited budget and how he believes the team has done sufficient work to be competitive this year. A new chassis and gearbox were standard for each year, pre-budget cap, he explained. The latter usually forces you to choose, but there are teams like us who have opted to change both. There is no doubt that having a new outer casing of the gearbox and at the same time having a new chassis are two big projects that take a part of our financial means. This means that in other parts of the car we have not pushed as much development. I feel like we delivered on all the things we said we wanted to do. Some aspects are unlimited, and therefore you can never be fully satisfied, he added. However, we won't know until we actually get the machine moving, but I think we can say that we feel like we've done a good job. Hence, we cannot say right now whether Mercedes really has more performance hiding until pre-season testing is over. With the team's work and the innovations to the bodywork and suspension, everyone expects them to be closer in performance to the Red Bulls, who appear to be the favourites for this year as well. But Mercedes has also silently worked on a new innovation on their car, which may end up being the talk of the paddock if they are able to utilise it to their advantage. When the car was launched, fans and experts were quick to point out a very unconventional front wing design, where the fourth winglet appeared not to be connected to the car's bodywork. According to the FIA's regulations, all car parts must be directly attached to the car, but Mercedes found a loophole and was able to connect the winglet to the bodywork using a wire. The smaller winglet and its specific shape should allow the car to generate more overwash, pushing away turbulent flow around the vehicle. This should allow the car to follow others with less of an effect on downforce and improve the overall grip the car can achieve. Talks about the legality of the design have already spread throughout the paddock, but Toto Wolff is adamant that they have done everything with the FIA's permission. What's been put on a car is always following an exchange with the FIA all through the process, Wolff explained. It's not such a thing where you have a clever idea and then you bolt it on to test and you think that could be or couldn't be challenged. That's a long process of dialogue that happens over the winter. I feel we're in an okay place. During the broadcast of the first day of testing, F1's Chief Technical Officer, Pat Simons, talked about the new design included in the Mercedes and stated that the wing seems legal to him. However, he was also worried that it would provide the team with an unfair advantage. That's a very interesting interpretation, Simons said. I think that what is interesting is that in Article 3, which really dictates how the aerodynamic shapes are produced, it's very clear in the opening statements that the aim of the rules is to ensure we get that close following. When you start to get some things that are starting to produce some outwash, and I think what we are seeing is really trying to reinstate a strong vortex to push that very turbulent air that's coming from the front wheels aside. One questions then, is that really within the spirit of the rules? It's within the regulations, it's within the letter of the law, there's absolutely no doubt about it. Is it the sort of the thing we want? I don't know. That's perhaps more debatable. I think we need to know really how strong is the affect. The FIA now have a really good aerodynamic group that are capable of looking at these things and saying, yeah, actually there's nothing wrong with that, or no, hang on, this is starting a trend we don't really want to see. Wolff and the team believe that the wing would not be beneficial enough to give the team the pace they need alone, and that it would be the complete package that will allow the car to perform at its peak. With one more day of testing remaining, it will be interesting to see whether Mercedes can improve their standing even more, or if they are conserving their actual pace for race day. Mercedes currently looks to be in a direct fight with Ferrari, McLaren and Red Bull, and apart from Max Verstappen's killer lap on the first day, everyone seems to be trading blows. However, it is essential to note that every team is running a different configuration on their car and is looking for different data sets that will be used later. The teams are also running data monitors on the cars and other fuel loads, not to mention the 3 variations of tyres, which means that any lap times presented during these 3 days should be taken with a grain of salt. But we won't have to wait much longer to see how each team performs, as the Bahrain Grand Prix is only a week away. It will be interesting to see how Mercedes' new wing design plays out and how much it benefits them. One thing is for sure, if any other team thinks they are gaining a significant amount of time on track from the wing, complaints will be sent to the FIA, asking them to ban the design. What do you think of Mercedes' performance during testing? Are they purposefully hiding their actual pace, or will we experience a repeat of last year? Let us know this and your thoughts on the new wing design in the comments. As always, like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Formula One news.